Ryan dissecting the game. Oh, we bicker and we laugh, we rant and we cheer. Breaking down tribal council, your boys are here. Corey and Ryan spilling tea, no denying. On the bitter jury, our opinions are flying.
What is up, Bitter Jury Nation? Your boys are back. It's your boy, the one and only Ryan, mayor of the Jury Villa.
And bitter juror number 2, Corey, your 2 favorite podcasters, not as dangerous as a profession as being in finance, but still nonetheless, we are here. We are here to spill some spicy hot takes on a phenomenal episode, best episode of the new era. Survivor is
Okay.
back, baby.
Oh,
So
okay. One, you come in with that loaded, dangerous profession of
that was at the
finance,
top of my
Ryan.
head. That was just
Well, okay, and then best episode of New Era. We don't need to go down that rabbit hole. But also, when someone says, "Yeah, I was the manager of Wells Fargo branch," I don't instantly think massive threat.
you know
I was
what?
the manager of a in finance at a brokerage. Oh. So you just handed out loans from other providers.
You
Like
know what?
what the
I'm
fuck
gonna
are we talking
I'm gonna
about?
I'm gonna do what I'm known to do, and I'm gonna break social norms for a second. I'm gonna be a little unorthodox, and I'm gonna say fuck the rule book. I'm just gonna go ahead right now and read one of the Twitter Street comments in pertaining to that because this was too good. Someone goes, I wonder what Matt's reaction was to watching Savannah call him a sociopath for one time being the boss of maybe 15 people 11 years ago. He's a branch manager, not the fucking CEO of Costco.
I would have liked it more if they flexed like some financial knowledge, like not the CEO of Lehman Brothers or Chase Bank
You
or
know
like
what?
something like that.
Wells Fargo, yes, Chase Bank or Wells Fargo might have been a better pull. But we'll get into that when we get into it. But was I lying when I said Survivor's back? Yes, but you know me, I'm all about manifesting positive energy. Like I'm all about that positive energy. I'm trying. If I believe Survivor is back, it will be back. Should we try that going into
Oh,
episode
oh,
5?
okay, Shannon, let it rip. Lead us in this exercise, please.
Well, let's see. If we're just gonna hop right in, some people who could use some positive manifestation would be Alex and Sophie, because we start off with them. Oh, we're so
Hot
cursed.
damn.
What else could go wrong? This is the worst ever. I I'm sorry. I feel zero sympathy for people.
I thought you were gonna go the other way. Yeah, I was gonna say this is the least bad I've felt for them the entire season, and for numerous reasons.
For yes, and I'll guarantee you we'll get into one of those reasons later because I think we're on the same page there. But eh, they realistically they have not had that much go wrong. Okay, you signed up for Survivor, and it's not like you've had to deal with like monsoons or like any of you got like an infection or had terrible weather. You've gone to tribal a couple times and you can't put a puzzle together. Like, see this is where, especially like me and you, this is where me and you are different. Cause I feel like you would be licking your wounds with Sophie and Alex. You'd be like, this is terrible, guys. Could anything else go wrong? Whereas me, if I'm signing up for Survivor, I would welcome the what's the word I'm thinking of? I would welcome the diversity. No, not diversity. I would welcome the. Why am I asking you? Why am I asking somebody with a 20-word
The
vocabulary?
adversity,
Uh,
Jesus.
the
Oh my god. And
the
okay, coming from the guy who's never even slept in a damn tent in his life,
the
so I don't
struggle.
want to. I don't want to hear that business.
I would welcome the struggles. So for them being like, what else could go wrong? It's kind of
Bro, your Instagram algorithm is filled with glamping, so I don't want to hear you with this bullshit that you be braving the elements out here.
it's actually filled with me volunteering at soup kitchens and the local church bake sale for underprivileged orphans.
Weird, because I actually stand on that business. I did not see you there with me.
Anyway, we're getting off topic. We don't need to go down. We don't need to go down that
If
that.
it's semi okay, it's semi on topic, I'll bring us back in because Corey has that scatterbrain shotgun approach. So first reason I didn't feel bad for them, I'll keep it not the game side that I don't feel bad for them. If you're who sleeps on the beach next to the water and then wakes up the next day and bitches that they got hit with water from the ocean. It's like, get your ass back up to camp where you've been the last 7 days. Like,
Also
what are you talking about?
I cannot believe after knowing how Jake got bit, they even had the balls to sleep that close to the tide. I thought
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
crazy.
I didn't even think about that part, but yes. It's like, "Oh my god, we got hit with water from the beach." You went to bed on the beach. What did you expect to happen?
The tide pulled my shoe. How on earth did that happen? Because you thought you were Ariel from The Little Mermaid, and you were basically sleeping underwater to begin with. Like, yes, march your ass up to your bed and get up there. God, that
Yeah, I other rewatch, I was sitting there, I was like, "I can't believe this was actually" like, Spicy Jeff would have been like, "Well, how did that happen?" Like,
yeah.
"Oh, well, we slept on the beach last night." Well, maybe don't sleep on the beach, Sophie.
That's funny you say that because I did not catch that on first watch, but then on the rewatch, I'm like, yeah, you got that was a self-fulfilling prophecy. You guys did that
Yeah,
to yourself. Just
yeah,
it's like
and
you're
yeah.
purposely setting yourself up to be in situations where you can complain about how everything's going wrong.
Ridiculous. And if you don't want your boat to float away, 1, pull it up closer to the, camp, and then 2, tip it over so that it doesn't have the ability to go back out to sea. Like, what are y'all doing? You're lucky you even woke up, for God's sake.
Yeah, wild, wild. Um, they come into a we come into a tribe swap, which is
Whoa,
interesting.
whoa, 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 hold the phone. What are you talking about?
Did I hop and skip and cartwheel and did I go too far ahead?
No, it's a tribe switch now, bro. It's a tribe switch.
A tribe the first time since Winners at War we have had a two-person tribe switch.
Is
Other than
that what is where are you going? I don't understand what you're talking about.
No, it's an actual stat. I didn't to be fair, I did not figure that out myself. I read that stat, but yeah, it's an actual stat. This is the first time they've had a they've gone into 2 tribes since, Winners at War. Not counting the 1 or 2 times they've done
Oh,
that.
you mean on a swap where the swap was only 2 tribes, not 3.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Not counting the post-merge times where they, like, for 1 round split into 2 groups.
Yeah. So the tribe switch is an actual thing.
Yeah. What do you
They did that in I mean, I guess I still wouldn't qualify that as a tribe switch. Like I would call like if even if it was 2 versus 3, I'd still call it a swap.
what are you
Like what they did in Micronesia, I would call that a swap.
what is the difference to you between a tribe swap and a tribe switch?
Nothing. I just think the proper term for it is a swap. I think switch is just some weird nerdy phrase for it because they made such an emphasis on that.
Oh, I thought okay, I get what you're doing now. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
not calling you out.
Yeah,
No, I'm not calling you out. I'm
yeah,
saying that
no,
like I thought it was weird as hell.
yeah. I thought yeah, I thought that too, but I think that is crazy that they haven't had one since Winners at War, which by the way, I'm a little disappointed because literally everybody has been begging, like, either start with just for 1 season, start with 2 tribes or do a 2 tribe swap. And Jeff has been like like strong arming the idea, like, no, 3 tribes is better, 3 tribes is better, even though we've seen time and time again why it's not. So now
Yeah.
finally, the one time it happens because of like outside circumstances, I guarantee you, Jeff is like
Mhm.
looking at this like, well, told ya, because it kind of resulted in kind of a womp womp of an episode, you know? I just
Well, there
love
I
these
mean,
like
there's okay, never mind. Because they would have had one so if say Jake wouldn't have gone, they would have had one more normal round right now anyway.
yeah, I don't think I don't know if I believe they were ever gonna because Jeff's like, "We were always gonna do this." I don't know if I believe that. I think they probably just would've had a normal round and then gone right into uh
Yeah, I don't get that either. Because it's like, I mean, one of your like, we think it's top 2 US season for sure, but top 5 with Kage literally was a group of 6 and then swapped it at 14.
yeah.
Like, I don't know why there's such a version and usually when something works, they like to maybe that's not true. When something works, they like to hammer it home, but that might not be true.
Um, can I say real quick side note, something that actually kinda irked me when the Yellow Tribe was walking up and they were like, "Nina, Nina, Nina."
It's Hina, but yes, with an H.
That's what I said. I said, "Hina,
No, yeah,
Hina,
you just
Hina."
clear clear distinction that you did not say that. Don't edit that out with AI later.
And Riz God goes, "Oh my god, so cringe." And Savannah's like, yeah." First of all, this
Juwan just or just mimicking Riz God, like, with the best of them.
yeah, this is coming from a guy who, like, not only refers to himself in 3rd person every time he talks, but he spells his name out every single time like he's living in a Dr. Seuss book. Like, the audacity of him to call something cringe or be irritated at people just having
Yeah,
a spirit. I didn't catch that he said
yeah.
that for this rewatch. He's like, "Oh, that is so cringe." And then and Savannah, don't think I didn't catch your ass with, "They're so annoying." Like,
I
that kinda bugged me. I'm like, "Why are they, like, getting mad about this?" It'd be one thing if they were like, "Nina!" If, like, they were, like, screaming at, like, football fans, but they were, like,
well, I mean, in to counter that, they were like the previous 3 times they were coming in.
okay, but this time they were just like, "Nina,
It's
Hina."
Hina, there we go, there we go.
Saying Hina.
No, you aren't.
But if there's anybody
Boy
who's
boy literally only has 25 letters in his alphabet.
if there's
Um,
if there's anybody who's not allowed to be annoyed at this or call it cringe, it's effing Riz God. Like, oh, the
I
audacity.
know. Yeah, I agree. I do like the nickname, but he needs to shorten it when he's calling himself that. He's like Rizgod, Rizgod, baby. It's just call yourself Rizgod. Like
Yeah,
everybody gets it. Like
yeah,
you don't need to re-say it. Like just say Rizgod, baby, or Rizgod.
he
Like
always
pick
he
one.
always
You don't
adds
need
in
to like you're going too long. I do like him, but I didn't think about that point where it's like the audacity of this man is fucking hilarious.
he always adds in the baby too, even if it, like, doesn't fit like, the context of the sentence,
It
like, he
yeah,
a
yeah. I
a
I
couple
do
of it
like I'm a like I like the baby, like I like that, like I like saying that, like oh yeah, baby. But like he like it's when he does it, it's a little too much.
yeah, there were a couple confessionals where he did it where I'm like, "The baby doesn't even, like, grammatically, like, make sense to have there, like, just say
Yeah,
R-I-Z-G-O-T and keep your sentence
yeah,
going."
yeah, yeah.
Um,
No, I'm
but
glad you brought that up though, because I think that's like the start of breadcrumbs and like their reactions and like the blurring out of swear words and shit. I think that's breadcrumbs for the season, honestly.
that it might get a little spicy?
Spicy, yes, and then 2, because we can talk about it too later, because they bring it up more so once, like, once they get into camp a little bit more, but, like, they keep talking about this all-out war,
Yeah.
uh, that's about to happen, like, from each side. Each side has said the same thing, or maybe it's just red, but, no,
That
I got a couple notes on it later so we can talk into it, but, yeah, so we get to the tribe switch, which I think is a tribe swap, and then where were you going with that?
uh quick final thought on that is that's actually interesting you say that because while it did annoy me that Rizgod, R-I-Z-G-O-D baby said that, I thought that in the back of my mind too. I'm like, I'm kind of surprised the editors even showed them talking shit because they don't do that at all in the new era anymore. So like part of me is like a little
Yeah.
like, yes, let's get back to our roots. Let's get back to some shit talking. Let's get back to some Abby Maria Cass McQuillan realness.
Yeah.
Let's get back to what made
Yeah,
this show
like
great.
let's show people actually wanting to win and play the game, not
Yes.
just like masking what's going on in the game with this 2-second emotional clip that you get to be clickbaity. Which I thought you would love that because your second language is freaking clickbait.
No, 'cause the new me, the new era of me is all about, like, positive vibes and stuff, and they were not on that positive shit. They were talking too much shit. I'm not big on, like, shit talking. I'm all about, like, "Yeah, Hina, that's right." Like, like I said, I'm all about uplifting my friends. So, yeah, I wasn't about that, especially with the R-I-Z-G-O-D baby hypocrisy of it all. Like, he shoulda kept his damn mouth shut. But, alright,
Yo.
so looking at New Hina and New Keeley, which and I thought one of these tribes was clearly stacked AF. Which one did you think, uh yeah, I thought
Yeah, definitely new Hina.
I thought
And
they coulda
just for
gone
simplicity, I call him yellow.
yeah, I thought Yellow could have gone to 10 immunity challenges and won 10 out of 10, maybe 9 out of 10 in the event of a fluke, but, I was yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna
I mean they got athletes on the other side. Like they got Alex, Steven, MC, Shannon's no slouch.
yeah,
The main reason I thought so is because they have the puzzler, but this one was like it's a puzzle, but it's not a puzzle.
yeah, like, they have yeah, I agree. They have Jason oh, yeah, if that okay, so if that would've ended in a puzzle,
Yeah, that's
they
exactly why. Yeah, yeah.
Hina
See
would
that?
Hina would have put belt to ass. But again, this is why we've been saying for now 4 episodes in a row, switch it up a little bit, like and now look what happens. Now we actually get, like, a close, a neck and neck battle where it's actually interesting to watch. But, okay, so before we get into the challenge of it all, so we have our new tribes now. They
Well,
go back
okay. Well, so hold on, so they go to the switch, they don't go to the challenge, and then they go back to camp.
yeah.
What do you? I hate to be a hater, but I gotta bring it up just because it pissed me off so much. when they were like, "Oh yeah, let's get ready for the challenge," and Jeff's like, "Nope, go back to camp," and they're like, "What?" And Jeff's like, "That's what we call a survivor fake out."
That's a survivor freakout. Mwah, Jeff, shut
You
yeah.
got us. You got us, Jeff. That's a good one.
We
That
wanted
was
to
a good
show
one.
we wanted to show you what you would have competed in if Jake didn't almost die. Like, shut up, Jeff. Like, he
If he didn't almost die from his emotional trauma from a snake bite,
that's
which
very
was probably he probably didn't really even get bit by the snake. He just had like a leech latch onto him, and they were like, "Oh, we got to make this traumatic."
that probably is what happened. They're like, "Yeah, it's weird. There's no venom or any I don't even see teeth mark or yeah, but no, he's
Did
gonna be
he
emo
like step on a stick? Like,
but no, he's gonna be too emotional. We gotta get rid of him. Yeah, Jake, you're out of here. Like, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Um, I don't know what was more annoying. Jeff's like, "That's a survivor fake out." That or everybody going back to tribe, singing in a circle, doing kumbaya, like, "Let's
Oh
give
Jesus.
facts about ourselves." Um, what would your fun fact if you had to go back and you had to do the sit around a campfire and give a fun fact, what would your fun fact be? Would you be, "Hi, I'm Ryan, and I have multiple people with different personalities all living within me." Would that be yours? What would yours be?
No, I hate that stuff. Like I try to do the first thing that came to mind was that I've seen all five. I saw all five Twilight movies in theater with five different people. I thought that was fun.
I would target the absolute crap out of you if you said that. I'm like, Twilight guy? Yeah, no, he's gotta go. What the hell was that as a fun fact? Absolutely not.
No, it's because I don't say a fun fact. You don't say a fun fact because it's fun. You say a fun fact to break the ice and get a conversation started. Like these people who are like, yeah, my job is X. Like you need to say something that someone's gonna latch onto and you can start a conversation. That's not the point of a fun fact. The point of a fun fact is to draw people in. But you wouldn't know anything about that because you shit with people.
My fun fact would be, I would say, do you know who Sharon Osbourne is?
Well, no, now that I just told you what to say, you're gonna have time to come up with something that's actually decent. So let's hear it.
My fun fact would be Sharon Osbourne called me the C word one time to my
Who
face.
the hell is Sharon Osbourne?
What? Ozzy Osbourne's what? You don't know who Sharon Osbourne is?
Nope.
Do you know who Ozzy Osbourne is?
Famous musician, used to wear eye black and shit.
Bit the head off of a bat. The Osbournes, like one of the biggest shows in the history of television. And I'm not going
Well,
down this road.
that's a good one, and I'm sure these reality TV folk would hop on that.
I will say though, I have like a high tolerance for just like gross and nasty things, but as proven by the way with me being able to hang out with you. But that
Oh, are you about to talk about Sage?
yes, that blackhead story made
I don't know where she was going with that.
that made me
I don't know
actually
where she's going with that.
slightly disgusted and slightly pissed off. Like we like we okay, here's the thing. We all have our things, right? We all have our like weird little quirks. Like you have some that I can't even say on this podcast because they're so deranged. Like we all
No
have
balls. No balls.
we all have our quirks that we like, but you're not supposed to share those vocally. Like she could have said anything other than that. Okay, I was kind of joking about how if you said the Twilight thing, I would have targeted you for that. That was a joke.
You wouldn't have been able to because everyone would have been able to relate to me.
I actually think I would have targeted her for the blackhead thing because that's not only nasty, that's like, "Oh, there's a few screws loose up there." What do you mean you squeeze it and then and then what is that process even? And then you put it in a jar and then do what with it? And then how do you and then how do you get how do Oh, I'm actually gonna gag. And then how do you get rid Okay, actually,
What are you doing right now? People are listening to this. People are listening to this. What are you doing?
we
Okay,
moving
moving
on, yeah.
on.
I was okay,
Moving on. Do you
hold on.
want to stay in this sharing stories kumbaya or do you want to move on to a different facet of the game?
Oh, I mean, that was kind of the only interesting part. I wanted to know what your fun fact would be. I didn't know yours would match my 8-year-old niece's fun fact, who
Okay,
goes to
considering the movies came out when we were 13, I don't think that would have be your 8-year-old niece
Ugh,
wouldn't be alive for any of that. She
I
wouldn't even
don't
been
even
alive.
have a
She wouldn't
niece.
even have been alive for the for the fifth ones.
Fine, call me out. I don't
Moving.
even have a niece. You always calling me out. Damn. Um,
Yeah, because you probably are an estranged uncle. So next,
all right, next. What we got next? What's my next?
I would have loved like this is kind of like the game format or the show formatting. I would have loved to actually known the idle consequences or what happens in a tribe swap before the episode preview. Like,
Mm,
like we just show up to this episode and they're like, "Oh, no big deal." But you know what I mean? Like when they're on the beach and they're going into the challenge, it's like, "Oh, well, shit, are we gonna actually get the inside information on what happens if they don't grab the idol before they go to a tribe swap?"
oh, you're saying as
Because
opposed to
like, yeah, because like, so say Jake didn't go out of the game and Alex still has an idol and then they swap. There could be 2 idols in one swap tribe and shit hits the fan and idols come out all over the fucking place.
yeah. Okay, yeah, yeah,
But we as the viewers don't have like, that's part of the fun is that, like, we know the information while they're playing, so you can, like, yell at the TV. Like,
yeah.
they're depriving us of that information.
Yeah, I would yeah, one little touch that they tweaked, maybe the only good thing that has come out of the new era that they've done, the only change that they've done is I do like how they've added in the confessionals when people have advantages. That was a good touch. That was a
Was that
good
not that was that not always a thing?
no, that's a new era thing. So I will give them kudos.
Well, okay, okay, yes, I agree, I do like that, that should be a thing going forward. The pushback against that, though, is that when you had 17 advantages going around in season 43 and you had no idea who had a vote, who didn't, and what advantage got passed to someone else, you need something on the screen to keep track of it.
Yeah, the amount of times people would stand up with something at tribal where it's like, like when did they get? Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, and then now, wait, now that, wait, now that, yeah,
Yeah,
it was.
yeah,
And I think it was after
exactly.
40 I think it was after 43 when they implemented it. It wasn't like a 41 thing. It was like in the middle of the 40s
Yeah, I don't know when it started, but I know for a fact that I remember seeing it on 43, like backdated. That's
yeah.
the furthest back I can actually remember seeing it on screen.
Alright, I got, okay, so I thought this was interesting. So I got Sophie running around doing like her whole shtick about like, um
Yeah, in my notes, I put it down as Sophie going for the leech strategy.
yeah. So you know what's interesting about this is so Aubrey in Edge of Extinction did basically this same thing. Do you remember this?
Remind me.
She kinda just did this, where she went around to everybody being like, "Oh, you can trust me," and, like, telling them the same thing, but when Aubrey did it, they highlighted it as, like, a terrible move, like, they were basically dunking on Aubrey in the edit, 'cause a lot of people were like, "Wow, I'm surprised Aubrey's getting a bad edit, she's, like, a production favorite." They were basically
Yeah.
showing how, like, it's sloppy to do that, right? But now Sophie is doing
Mm,
pretty much the same exact thing, and it's being highlighted as, like, a strategic move, like, "Oh, wow, I thought that was interesting." So I don't know if that's more of, like, an editing thing or if it's more of a luck of the draw with who you're with. Because like,
w
in Edge of
uh,
Extinction, they were all comparing notes, like, "Did she tell you this? Oh, wow, she told me that too. Oh, she told me the same thing. Oh, she's telling all of us." That could've
well, like, I mean, I think it's a little different. I think it's a little different. I don't remember all the details of Aubrey's, but, like, in this case, Sophie knows that all 4 of those people are working together for a fact. I don't know if
yeah,
Aubrey had those details, and was Aubrey telling everyone that she wants to be their number 1 or that she wants to work with them going forward and, like, the group of people going forward in the game?
just kinda the same thing going to everybody, "You can trust me, I'm so loyal. Oh, you can trust me, I'm so loyal. Yeah, I wanna ride it out with you. I wanna ride it out with you." And then they just compared notes, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, she's telling us all the same thing. Let's do
Yeah.
it."
I would need to see it again, but all like, this kinda I was gonna touch on this a little bit later, but it kind like, the way the game's set up, like, 1, what else is Sophie gonna do? And then 2, what else is Red gonna do? It's like,
Yeah.
clearly, they're gonna swoop Sophie. They're at 14 people. In their mind, they're like, "Okay, there's gonna be a merge within the next 2 votes. So if we do go, we keep Sophie. If we don't go, we keep Sophie." You know what I mean? There's no incentive for them to do anything else but grab Sophie.
Yeah, even if they all did compare notes and they all said, "Wait, Sophie's telling us all the same exact thing," they probably still wouldn't even target her. They'd be like, alright, whatever. So, Jason
Yeah,
or Matt?"
yeah.
It'd
Yeah,
still be, "Okay, Jason or Matt."
there's literally zero
The
incentive. Yeah, like, Alex and Sophie are arguably the 2 safest people in the game
which
at
is
on these 2 tribes right now.
which is reason 6 why I don't feel bad for them because,
Exactly.
arguably, the best position you can be in the whole game is to survive a tribe decimation. because
it is for sure. Like,
you
they're
make
like
like a
100%.
cloak of immunity for at least 2 or 3 rounds going forward.
Yeah.
That
They're on vacation now.
Yeah, I did notice though, the editors, I feel like are kinda pulling a Survivor AU a little bit with how all the USA purists are like, "AU's editing is so bad, they only focus on a couple people." Like, I think they're highlighting Sophie so heavily to the point where, like, even was it last week? Yeah, even last week when she goes to a three-person tribal, we were not even remotely concerned that she was in any sort of danger. From the edit alone, we're just like, "Okay, they're focused," like, they're investing way too much into Sophie. It's gonna be Jeremiah or Alex here. Like, which is a kind of a complaint that people usually have about AU, but I think USA is kinda doing it with Sophie a bit this season. They're really going, like, all in on her. Every episode, she's been, like, narrating everything that's happening on her tribe, and now it's kind of happening again on the tribe swap.
Did you look at the confessional count for this episode?
I did, which that kinda surprised me. Did you?
No, I don't think I've looked at it. I don't think I've looked at it in a couple weeks.
It was like Savannah, head and shoulders above the rest, which I don't really
Yeah,
remember a
well,
lot.
that goes against exactly what you just said.
Well, that's why I said it surprised me, but also, like, okay, Savannah could get, like, a
You just said Sophie's narrating the whole thing, and they're putting all the emphasis on her, but then you just said Savannah is head and shoulders above everybody else for confessional count.
okay, but just from your memory, not from stats, from your memory, who were they focusing on more on that tribe, Savannah or Sophie?
In
They
this
literally give us
episode,
yeah,
I'd say
they g
Savannah.
no, they answer Sophie. You're supposed
I didn't well, pull it up then, let's see it. I didn't
you're
think
supposed
that Sophie was, like, overly edited this episode. I think she had a lot in that little twist when she was or not twist, but that section when she was doing the leech strategy, but, like, outside of that, like, I didn't think there was
they gave her a whole montage of how she's, um so, yeah, Savannah got 12, and then after that was, Rizzo with 7, and Sophie with 6, and then it just, Matt with 5, and then it just falls off. Everybody just gets, like, 1 or 2. Nate got 3, and then everybody else with just 1 or 2. Christina with 3. Um,
yeah, which, I mean, you could argue there's 0. I would have rather seen Nate have 12 this episode than Savannah have 12 this
but
episode.
can you think of okay, other than Savannah complaining about what Matt does for work, can you think of a can you think of a Savannah confessional? Like, what would where did these 12 come from? I can't.
Uh, Jason, um, Riz God's Idol, her talking about Sophie and her friends back home, she got, like, 2 or 3 there.
Yeah. Um, yeah, alright, well,
I mean,
okay,
that's 6 confessionals I just named, and that was only about her complaining
yeah,
about the other people on her team and Rizzo's idol and Sophie.
yeah, point being, like, it's she went when she went to a three-person tribe, we're like, "Alright, obviously she's safe," because also, I kinda
Yeah.
wonder when they do confessional charts, like, okay, let's say somebody gives a confessional, and then they cut to, like, 2 seconds of them talking to somebody on the beach, and then it goes back to them in a confessional, like, does that count as 2 or 1? Do you ever wonder that?
I think it counts as 2.
Yeah. Would you be able to do the Shannon, like, meditation stuff? Like, "Okay, everybody to the beach, we're gonna"
Oh
like,
my god.
I do think you
Bro,
personally
I mean, you have to
you could be heavily benefit from some yoga or meditation in your life, but I personally, when I was watching this, I was like, I don't think
stop pointing fingers and start pointing thumbs. Like, get out of here, bro. No, I on the inside, I would be dying, and I'd probably be looking for any way to, like, take out one of her allies in that moment. Like, it just I've had that note too. Like, I just can't. Like, I just can't. I think I narrowed it into, but we can talk about it a little bit later because there's some more in-depth stuff, but no,
yeah,
I'm not a big fan of that. It just comes across like, I get it, like, whatever, do your thing, but, like, if it's a gameplay, it's been way overused, which you should already know that anyway, and even if it is genuine, like, it's like, you just don't need to force everyone to do that, and then when they don't do it, you get upset about it, like,
exactly.
which is what would happen.
I was actually thinking, I'm like, could I even fake the funk with that? And because you know me, you always say I'm the realest mofo you know. You always say that. Um,
Don't be putting words in my mouth, especially words that ain't true.
I actually do think I would not do it. I think I'm too like I would be so bored. I think I'd say, okay, you guys do this. I'm gonna go look for some advantages or an idol or something. Let's meet back at the water well in like 20 minutes. I'm not this isn't
Well,
my vibe.
that's the one downside or, like, it's 2 things. The one downside is, like, not doing it, you instantly put a target on your back because even if you just sit in the shelter, they're gonna be like, "What a weirdo," and then if you're looking for shit, they're gonna be like, "Target." And then the other thing is, like, what else are you gonna be doing? Like, you literally have, like, 24 hours of just sitting on the beach, like, what else are you gonna be doing? You know what I mean?
I mean, I'd rather be chopping it up and talking to people. Don't tell me any sob stories, but tell me about your life. Tell me a funny joke that you got. Like I want dialogue. I don't want to sit in silence and like that. I
Yeah.
just app.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, no.
I don't disagree with that at all. I'm in the same headspace with you. I mean, with that though, I thought it was a sick, well, not a sick, but it was a good clock by Steven, to be like, this chick, basically she or what, wolf in sheep's clothing.
Yeah,
Um,
basically, kind of saying in a roundabout way, like because she's able to like rally people to do this, that also kind of makes her a
yeah.
threat in a different regard. I understood what he was saying. I think realistically, he wanted to just say, "I hate this meditation shit. I want her out." But then he had to think of a PC way to say it, like a political
They
correct way to do
probably have that on camera. They just
it.
had him either reshoot it or didn't put it in.
All right, so while they're doing that,
Well,
uh,
quick. Oh, wait, you go. Go ahead. Keep going.
well, I was gonna switch tribes. I was about to do a tribe swap. What did you have something with them still?
No, it was more so a question with both of them. Just because, like, we're starting to see that it's like they're still doing this war, like, like it's Hina versus whatever the hell Red is called war. So, is it worth it, like, to take a shot at your own tribe in this if everybody is so like it needs to be red yellow? Like, I wouldn't be sitting there thinking like it needs to be red yellow and then fight over blue. Like, I might consider chopping off one of my example, red. I would consider chopping off Jawan here to try and pull in a yellow and Sophie. So just so
Um,
you can get your finger, just so you can get your like into multiple combos from everyone coming around, not just staying like I get it, it's not highly incentive, it's a high risk move, but like
it is definitely high risk because I think in the back of my mind, I would be like, okay, what if we vote out Jawan here, and then yellow stays strong and they refuse to budge, and now we look back and we're the idiots that voted off one of our own when there was a war brewing. You know what I mean? But on the other hand of it, it's high risk, high reward because then if that works, then you could maybe infiltrate yellow and then conquer and divide basically. So that's
yeah. Well, like it sucks because you like I think you saved yourself to get through the merge. The hope would be that you'd get through the people that you saved would help keep the vote off of you in the early merge part. Like that would be my goal. Be like, all right, I'll help save you now. You need to keep me safe when we get to the merge. And then when you want to make a move to stand out versus yellow, I'll be there to help. You know what I mean? Like, you need like I don't know. I'm just saying like new era. It's like they don't ever like it's the same shit pretty much every single time. And I just want to see something get shit. You don't win the game by playing safe. If you want to be a big time player, you got to make a big time play, and you got to do it at some point to shake it up. I get it. It's not like the book way to do things, but like if you want to win, and if you want, like all these people are like, oh, I want to be the next XYZ. How about you be the you and do something a little bit different?
yeah, and, like, in that example, I guess, like, what's the real risk of losing Juwan? Like, no offense, Juwan, if you're listening, you probably are. We're one of the top 20 Survivor podcasts of all time. Like, whose game is Juwan really helping? He's really just bumblefucking around, just, like,
Well,
kicking.
yeah, it's like at least you open a door for some like you open a door for potential for someone you didn't care if you lost anyway. Savannah literally even said this in her confession. Like, was Joanne on the bottom? Yeah. Like,
Wouldn't
so
you
what is the actual downside?
other than being,
Like,
like, a first or second boot, that would be my biggest nightmare of an edit. That they show Juwan trying to laugh with Savannah, being like, "He thinks I'm on the bottom of our alliance." And that cuts straight to a confessional of Savannah being like, yeah, Juwan was told that he's on the bottom, which he is. So like
yeah, I know. Which it's
it's em that's
that's
embarrassing.
what I don't get. It's like if you're in the majority and you move over, like people see that shit. Like your biggest opposition or threat isn't the other people with large numbers. It's the person who's gonna flip on you when you like need to count on them, which would be Jawan.
Exactly. Like, did like
It's what
perfect
I'm
example.
saying cut that person now so you build
Yup.
relationships for later to be safe. You don't need to be on the right side of all the votes. Like you just need to have someone have your back to keep your name out of the votes. Like
Perfect example. Did you ever watch the Cagayan merge episode?
yeah, I did. Why?
Because that's exactly what Mother McQuillan did. She said, "Okay, I could ride with this 6, but let me
Okay,
let
yeah,
me
exactly. So you agree with my point. So you agree with my point.
I don't know if I fully agree, but I definitely don't disagree. High risk, high reward is basically your point. Take the gamble. If it blows up in
Yeah,
your face,
and
you
in new era, and I also just want to see people not just be like, "All right, you had a yellow shirt, let's just stay here."
I mean, because okay, since
This
you brought
that
cats up,
that's
since you brought
exactly
cats
why
up,
that's exactly why we like Kage because it was like it was fluid and things were changing. No
yeah,
one wants
but
to play like that.
there also was a huge chance that she clips Sarah, and then at the next round, everybody comes together and they're like, "Okay, she's a wild card. Let's get rid of Cass next." That could have happened, and then
I mean,
you would
it could, but that wouldn't happen in this scenario.
yeah, yeah, where they clip Jawan, and then uh, I'm actually it very
You
well
still have like you clip Jawan, you still have Sophie who's gonna work with you anyway, so it's still 4-2.
yeah. Unless are we assuming they early merge or they do the earn the merge next or no?
In the preview, it didn't look like it, but
Um,
whatever. So for yeah, sake of keeping this bad boy going, keep going with where
yeah,
you were going when you were doing the tribe
I
swap.
was flipping to the other tribe where Savannah's like, well, I guess here's a confessional that I forgot because I wrote down Savannah's confessional about her interviewing skills. So when she was like, my interviewing skills are really helping me in this game so much, and then it just cuts to her
Oh,
being like, so what do you do for work? And then Master's like, airport. And she's like, do you like the airport? Like she is saying nothing of
I
substance
don't know.
and just like
Like,
she
well, what'd
knows like,
you do before that? It's like Jesus.
and she's like,
Like,
my reporter skills and interrogation levels are so unmatched that I'm able to. She's asking like nothing interesting at all. But now I'll
literally,
ask you,
yeah, she's a reporter for a small town newspaper. Like she wasn't the Boston sports media lighting people up.
did did Matt make one of the biggest mistakes in Survivor history, or at least in the new era?
I mean, in New Era, he just made the cardinal sin. Apparently, tell the truth about your career, and then you
Because
go home.
everybody knows you cannot work with people in finance. Everybody knows people in finance are so dangerous, they gotta go. They G2G.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely ridiculous. The dreadheaded hippie who used to have a job at Wells Fargo bank branch, not even the headquarters in one of the 4 major cities of America. Get that fucker out of here.
I have a quote,
I get that was a little aggressive. My bad, audience.
that was basically exactly what she was saying. She said, and I quote, "There's nobody in a leader position that isn't a sociopath." I was surprised, A, not only that she said that, but B, that they, like, even put that in the edit. Like, that was a wild comment to make,
I
with
know.
her just
They're getting spicy, bruh.
her saying another quote, "Matt works in finance. There's no way we can keep him around." Like, what does A have to do with B to now how are we getting to C? Like, none of this ma okay, is this just
I don't know, man. Like it like some of the logic jumps that
yeah,
get taken here are like it's insane.
that what wait, remember we learned how to do that? Remember the finger?
Oh, that oh yeah. Wait, is it middle fingers or is it middle? Are
Uh,
you sure?
it's middle,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
because I was
it was. Oh
I
yeah,
kept
because
doing that.
you were acting like you were doing the chicken dance out here. It's just this, and you're just like, I forgot about that. That
Okay,
was funny as
you
hell.
say the logic jump. That's okay, so I was gonna ask you, is this just an example of somebody that's itching way too hard to, like, look for a smoking gun to play the game and target somebody? It's like when we talked about how, like, how I mean, a little off topic, but when people play, LRGs and they're like they focus on, "Oh, I'm making fire because that's what I see on the show, that's what you're supposed to do." That's kind of what I thought here with Savannah. She's like, "Oh, wait, he
Mm,
works in finance, like, I should be that makes him a threat, and I'm supposed to target threat." Okay,
yeah,
none of this made sense to me at all. What do you
yeah,
mean people in
yeah.
finance cannot be trusted and leaders are
I
also
I I have no idea, man. Maybe she had a boyfriend who was in finance and he cheated on her or something. Like I don't know. That like whatever. I mean, I talked to the like I've talked to a teller at the bank before. They seem like really nice people. So I don't know.
exactly. They're always opening up new credit card. Whenever I want a new credit card, boom, they'll give me one. Yeah, I trust them. They hell yeah. Um, adversity. That's the word I was thinking of earlier. Adversity.
I literally told you that.
I would be welcoming the adversity. If you are signed up for Survivor, you should be welcoming adversity. Anyway,
Yeah.
so we finally get
Glad
some.
Chat GPT just got back to you with that word you were looking for.
It just clicked. It just like I told you, my brain's always moving. It's hard to keep up with.
So
Um,
are you jumping back to, Blue now or no?
well, we finally get some, background on Christina after we see Savannah's, like, interrogation skills come into play here, and of course, it's, like, extremely sad, it's extremely tragic, but, like, because I'm watching this, I'm like, "Okay." I know we've talked about this a lot, but this is where I'm actually thinking, like, so if you don't have a devastating backstory attached to your life, are you just, like, doomed for camera time? Like, do you just forfeit any potential camera time? Because they were not showing Christina at all, and obviously we knew, okay, when they do show Christina, we're gonna get her. I'd hate to diminish that as a sob story, but, like, her sad, we know there's gonna be some sort of sad story attached to it, like, we're not just gonna get a happy-go-lucky backstory, like,
Yeah.
they it's so if you don't have anything wrong with you, do you just A, do you just not get on the show, or B, do you just not get camera time?
I mean, both. I mean, even her, like, she wasn't getting camera time anyway. That's what I don't like about this, like, this in general. It's just, like, it's one it's not maybe random because like, they're having that conversation. It feels like it's just thrown in there and it's never referenced again.
Yes,
There's
yeah,
nothing like, there's no substance to it. Like, it's just thrown in there to try and get an emotion they're trying to be emotionally manipulative, and I
yeah.
don't like it.
I don't either. I think we said that when when they finally gave us, like, Joe's sad story in, like, episode
Yeah.
10, and we're like, "What are we supposed to do with this? It does not tie into the storyline. We're taking, like, a 20-minute detour to hear this very sad story that does not come into play into the game at all." And now this with Christina. Yes, this is very, very sad. I empathize with her. I am an empath, as we all know, but this will never, like, come up again in the game. And this would be fine if this was a one-off, but they think they have to do this with literally every single person, which is the crazy part. We
Yeah.
have 18 people and they'll shoehorn 14 sob stories, none of which connect and none of which usually have anything to do with the overarching storyline.
Yeah.
Uh they need to figure that big time.
Yeah.
Um
No, that wait, do you got more on that or no? Because I do.
I don't have anything else until the challenge, do you?
Yeah, because I figured it out. Because I think we were talking about, Shannon with, like, her, we'll call it social ability. Um, and it cuts to a scene where she's like, "People wanna work with people they feel good with." That was her quote. And, I agree with her, on the philosophy. And I was trying to figure
Yeah.
out, like, why am I not on board? Because, like, I feel that in the game, and I think that, like, just in general too, like, in life. So trying to connect with people and try and find that. It's like I was sitting here thinking about it, it's like it's always, every single time she tries to, like, grab onto something and, like, hold it with them, and it's like, not every single story someone tells you, you're going to be able to 100%, like, say that you feel that or understand it. That's
Yeah.
not being authentic, and that's not relating to people. That's you stretching and being fake. Um
Yeah.
at least to
It has
me,
to be
it's like
authentic.
yeah, it's like I mean, she even did it in the scene, and you kinda mentioned it, it's like, "Yeah, I empathize with Christina." No, you don't. You haven't had a mom that died. No, you don't. I didn't like, not calling you
Well,
out, but I'm just saying, you can understand that it would be painful, but you have no idea what that feels like. Same thing for her, and she does it in every single conversation, no matter what it is. And then she does it about the God thing, she did it in the kumbaya circle thing, and it just she ends up like taking their moment and makes it about her.
yeah,
She doesn't
with
it's not
yeah,
about them. She makes it about her. And I can't believe that she's actually getting away with it this far.
yeah.
Exactly. And I couldn't because I agree with her philosophy. And I was trying to nail down why does it not sit right with me on the inside? And I think that's it. It's like every
'Cause
time
it's not
someone says
authentic.
something, it's like, oh my God, I understand too. Like this happened to me. It's just like this tennis match back and forth of who feels bad more, and it's just
Yeah.
I don't know. That's my opinion, sticking to it, but I think that's, like, what rubs Mitch or not Mitch, Steven. I think that's what Steven is picking up
Shout
on,
out to Mitch. Shout out to
but he
King
didn't
Mitch. Bring it back.
put it into he didn't verbalize that in the episode.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's gotta be authentic. It has to come from a place of authenticity. What we got next? We got a big episode for, the other Sophie. Sophie gets her first line of the season, and it's just, her complaining about how she doesn't like
Jesus
the food
Christ.
choices. Now we know why the editors purpled the hell out of her because what did you think of that?
I couldn't
I
believe
feel
my
like we're gonna
fucking I couldn't dude, don't ask me a question and then talk over me while I'm answering the question.
I had, like, 3 more words to say. I was gonna say, I feel like we're gonna differ on this, but what's your take on it? Now you
You
have my
want
permission to
would you
speak.
like to add any more? Would you like to add any more, Corey?
Well, I loved it actually, because I agree. Give me some pizza, give me some pasta, give me some Outback Steakhouse chicken, give me some candy, or
Why do you say it like you're from Alabama or something?
candy?
Pasta.
Pi Oh, pasta. Because I probably have Italian heritage roots. I can only do me, homie. I can only do myself. Me, myself, and I. COREY, baby. COREYGOD, baby. Um, but I
Corey
feel like
God?
you're not I feel like you're not gonna I feel like you didn't like that, but I did like it because if you don't give me some stuff I can sink my teeth into, yeah, I'm gonna be
I
pissed
mean,
too. I don't want
personally, I didn't give a shit. I just couldn't believe my fucking ears that that's how she answered the question. It's just like I'm like you're talking about earlier with that Liz meme on Twitter. It's just like I'm pissed, Jeff. Like this isn't real food. It's it's fruit. It's the realest food you're gonna fucking get. And it's fruit most likely from the island of Fiji, the freshest you're ever gonna get in your entire fucking life. That's that organic shit. And you're just like, nah. Like what?
I love how Jeff was maybe I liked it because I loved how Jeff was clearly thrown off that she wasn't following the script of, "Oh my god, yes,
Yeah.
I'll do anything to" like, it's clearly what he wanted. He clearly was
Yeah.
not a fan of her, and that's diet food, that's not real. He's like,
Yeah,
"Hold on,
yeah, yeah.
who the hell put her on my cast? She is not supposed to
Yeah.
be talking back to me." Maybe that's why I liked it, but other than that, getting into the challenge, I actually thought the challenge was a huge step in the right direction. I definitely think okay, it would have been a lot cooler and more sensible if they had to bring the cubes back one by one. Other than I think we both agreed them swimming it back in like a group was kind of weird and kind of dumb.
Yeah.
I thought
Well, and
the balance beam was a
the
little
totally unnecessary boat that they had in the 2 feet of water.
yeah. Yeah. The boat, they should have just had to individually go it one by one, grab it. That way everybody's working. The
Yeah,
balance beam I thought was
like swim or run through water, go back and get it. Yeah.
yeah, make just feel like everybody should have to participate in these challenges, and, like, this would be just an easy one to just not really do anything. Balance beam, I thought was a little Chuck E. Cheese, like, the balance beam could have been longer and, like, harder to get through, but other than that, I was not too mad at it. I liked the stacking
Yeah.
instead of a puzzle. I think we both agreed earlier, if it did end in a puzzle, Jason's team obviously would have I mean, literally, this was our complaint. Look what happens. You didn't do a puzzle, and now we have an exciting end where it's neck and neck and anything can happen. Hopefully that woke them up a little bit because we don't need to end everything with the puzzle. But I was not too mad at this challenge, and we've been kinda,
Yeah.
poo-pooing on the challenges this season. What'd you think?
Yeah. I mean, it was fine. I mean, we got 2/3 of the same shit that we usually do. They just actually changed something at the end. I mean, like, it's fine. Like, I agreed, step in the right direction. Doesn't give me hope for the rest of the season because once we get to merge, there might be one challenge that's not like that. So
Maybe it just worked better because there were only 2 tribes instead of 3. Like, maybe,
yeah, that's
I
a
don't
good
know.
point.
Um
They just need to put in more elements of the game and not make it so predictable every single time.
Yeah, I don't know why they're so against, like, just team endurance challenges or team I will never understand. They do the same thing every time, and while this wasn't exactly the same thing, it was within the same it was amongst the same outline, right? Same script, basically. They pulled from
Yeah,
the same script.
yeah,
Um, but, Queen Christina carries her tribe to a victory, which kinda surprised me. I thought Yellow had it. Uh, Blue pulls it out, though. And not unlike every other time, the more interesting tribe now has to go to tribal and lose a member. I kind of thought everything that happened after this was just a slow, kind of a painful trudge to the end. Like it's the rest of the episode basically, okay, is it going to be Jason or is it going to be Matt? And like I did not have invested interest in either, so I really did not care what happened. They couldn't
yeah,
even like edit it to be interesting. Um, but let's see. Other than that, we have I guess sorry, before the scramble, we actually have RIZGOD baby has to he has to find his idol or he gets no
Yeah.
vote. So,
Yeah. So if you're Riz God, what's the best way? I guess two sides. If you're Riz God, what's the best way to handle it? And if you're his tribe mates, what's the best way to handle it?
so I think if I'm Riz God, I probably am also just telling everybody because now that I know the other 3 know, I don't wanna keep this to
Well,
myself
yeah,
and
well,
then
so they all already know. So here's a better question. If you're Riz
oh,
God,
I'm
do
talking
you
I'm
want to
talking about
be sure
Jason.
that you're the one who finds it and be searching with them, or do you care if they go search without you?
You better not search for my advantage without me, or that's gonna be beef. That's gonna be an
Okay,
issue
so
on site.
you'd be pissed if you were Riz God then.
A little bit. But when I said the other people, I meant, like, the Sophie, the Jasons, and the Matt. I probably would tell them because I
You did
know
tell
my
Sophie.
old yes, and I'm saying I would do that too because I'm not gonna run the risk of Savannah telling Sophie or Nate telling Matt, like, the info is gonna come from me before it comes from somebody else, and they gain your trust by giving you my info. Does that make sense? Because Savannah probably would have told Sophie. I don't know if you've heard, but Savannah and Sophie are slated to be the most iconic survivor duo in history. So Savannah was probably gonna tell Sophie at some point before tribal. So I did see some people not liking the move of him telling Sophie. I liked it for that reason alone. Um,
Yeah, it's like I in New Era, the idol, like it's kind of you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Like it doesn't really matter. Honestly, if you get an idol in New Era, it's gonna get out that you have it anyway. So it's kind of just like it's best to be the person most closely aligned with the person who has the idol, not the person who actually has the idol.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so
Like
I have a
if
question
I
for
found
you.
the beware advantage, I would just give it to the person next to me, honestly.
I'd say, "No, you open it. No, you open it." Like, "Yeah, I'm not opening that shit, you
Yeah,
open it."
like no, it's like, I'll help you find it and help you get your vote back. But like, I wish we could go back to a time where there was actually some secrecy and not just like, I found a vote, I have an
Yeah,
idol. Like,
it's like
oh,
literally
I have an advantage for our tribe from the journey. Like, it'd be cool if we could go back to that.
it's every advantage of every episode of every new era. It's, "Guys, look what I found." We're like, Where'd they get that megaphone from? Like, how did how did Riz God get a megaphone? Like, what? Like, everybody, I have an idol." Let's go back to secrecy,
Yeah.
which that's why I loved remember Sophie when they were looking for it? She wanted to find it and not tell anybody, but she didn't find it, quick enough. So
Yeah,
I did like that.
I didn't mind that from Sophie.
But if you're Savannah and you find Rizzo's map, do you now help him find it or do you snag it for yourself?
I think you have to like I try to memorize it and then have to go like you have to give it to him because Nate and Jawan just saw you find it.
But Savannah did what we just complained. She announced that she found it and then they looked over. Like she easily
They were standing right there. Like there's no way she's gonna I don't have an issue with what she did. I thought she kind of would have tried to do the same thing Sophie did, but like
yeah,
I mean
I would've.
there's no real I guess there's no real like she could do
So
it
the
because
rules that
they don't even need Riz God's vote anyway because Sophie's gonna vote with them, so they already have 4 votes, so it doesn't matter.
yeah.
But I don't
So
think there was
the
a
ru
scenario where she wasn't gonna give it back.
I rewound to make sure I got the rules right because 'cause they're a little tricky. So if Rizgod does not find it, the idol's dead and he loses his vote.
Oh yeah, I
Savannah
forgot they said Idol's dead.
Savannah could intercept it, find the idol for herself, not tell anybody. Rizgod still loses his vote. He thinks the idol's dead, but now the idol's actually active,
Are you
and
sh
then
so
moving
are you sure about that? So Savannah would have an active idol.
she'd have an active idol if she found it before tribal, but Rizgod would still lose his vote. Um,
Oh, it just needed
then
to
I
be
guess
found before tribal. Okay.
yeah. Uh And then I guess you'd have to play games with if you pulled it out later of where you found it, but I think obviously it's easier said than done, but I think if I found the map, I would keep it to myself. I don't really care if Riz God loses his vote. Yeah, it's,
I mean, if you're
not
able to
much else.
make it through to merge if you're able to make it through to final tribal council with that idol, you basically would win the game because people lose their shit over that.
Yeah, yeah. You found an idol and didn't tell anybody at the top 14 where it didn't really matter? You sure did.
And I lost my vote. Winner, winner.
And guess what? I'm not actually a cook. I'm a news reporter. What? Like, all you have to do is just say you lied about your profession, say you found something in the pre-merge era, and they'll lose their absolute mind. Um, what else we got? What else we got? Okay. During the boring scramble that I didn't care about, I will say though, I think it was a big misstep, and tell me if you agree. I think it was a big misstep for Matt to aggressively target Sophie the way he did, because I do think he could have made some traction for safety if he pitched Jason instead of Sophie. I think he could have survived this ep. What do you think? Or was he dead in the water?
I mean, I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't think he had the social awareness to survive it,
I
honestly.
know.
But I mean,
I
there was
know.
a path.
Yeah.
There definitely was a path. It didn't seem like I didn't see the same thing you saw with him aggressively targeting Sophie. I thought that was geared towards Nate, and he was trying to get Sophie's vote in on Nate. Um, I didn't mind it because like he's like I'll give him credit. He was a mover and a shaker and like trying to do something. I think he definitely
Yeah.
targeted the wrong person. It's like, dude, you're targeting the only person who is even in relative age to you, and like it's like either like I would say either target like try to target Jawan or just vote for Jason.
Yeah.
Like that would
Yeah, I
be
think
like that.
he
Like I think those were the two options, and he obviously went for the guy who was well connected.
he blundered there. But he made an even bigger blunder when he had the audacity to disparage Queen Sandra Diaztwinegod, two-time winner. Get out of here with that. Get out of here with that. That's when he had to go in my eyes. Agreed? Agreed. Okay. Glad that we both agree.
Couldn't care
Um
less about that because I actually agree with his point that he was making. Where are you going?
it's actually it's couldn't care less, just so you know. Um
Yeah, well, it's 2025 and people talking slang. It's not 1850 proper Britain.
I liked Jason bluffing a shot in the dark. I'm surprised more people didn't do that, but I'm sure they do. It's just not shown in the edit.
I didn't
I
catch
like
that as a bluff. I thought he was for sure going to do it.
oh, he
Did he
said in
say that he
his
was
confession.
bluffing? Did he say he was bluffing it?
Well, I guess he didn't say bluffing, but he said in his confessional that it was a strategy to scare people away from voting for him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He uh but so I liked that, but I was not a fan of I don't know why that offended Savannah that like like
I
she knows that he knows he's one of 2 options to go this round, and she's offended because he wants to play his shot in the dark because that tells
yeah.
her that he doesn't trust her or wanna work with her. Her logic leaps this episode really had me, scratching my head a little bit.
Yeah, I like that you keep using my vocab and you're a fan of mine, so I agree with you on that. But yeah, so we got a
First of all,
tallying list. We
I've literally said logic leaps since the like, at least the 2nd grade, and that's not a leap. I can pull up a project where my 2nd grade teacher was like, "Corey's vocabulary is so impressive. If you want, we can talk about having him skip the 3rd grade and go right into 4th grade." It was a whole thing.
well, that's a
Anyway,
logic leap if
moving
I've
on.
ever heard one. So, um all right,
Moving
so
on.
we do have a tallying list here. Savannah, Jason loyalty in question because he wants to play a shot in the dark. Jason's loyalty also in question because he wants to stick with his yellow tribe, which you are currently doing with your red tribe and actively saying it. Matt lying about his job. Big red flag. You are telling everyone that you are in marketing when you are a reporter, and for some reason that's a massive threat because you were a reporter, and she's pissed. And I think it makes her a hypocrite. And I don't like that. I love it. It brings like I've been reflecting. I've been dissecting some of my takes, and I've
Thank
been a little bit.
God. Oh my
I've
I've been
been
telling you to self-reflect. Thank God. Oh my God. Sorry. I've been wanting you to do this for so long. Thank you. Okay, you're finally did the
Yeah,
self-reflection.
yeah, dude. I
Thank you.
appreciate you
Okay.
interrupting me while I'm on one, but yeah, I did go on a yoga retreat with Shannon, and it worked out. But I've been bitching about how like everyone just does the same shit, and there's no like it's just like kumbaya, yada yada yada, all this. She's actually bringing spice. She's bringing talking points. Do I agree with her logic? Hell no. But at least she's not just some walking
Cookie
robot
cutter vanilla.
trying to get camera time, like spewing out nonsense that doesn't matter. Like, I actually, like,
So
can
you're doing
appreciate her sharing her actual thoughts or opinions on it. I don't agree with it, but, like, it's way better than what we've seen from most of the people in most of New Era. So, love it
so
might
you're
be a
kinda doing
stretch,
a
but
180 then.
I think it's refreshing. I think it's refreshing.
You're doing a 180 then, because I remember, which she also was kind of a hypocrite for, when she was saying how, big of a backstabber Sage was for saying her name when Sage is not in the secret
Yeah, I
majority
mean,
alliance that she helped
yeah,
create.
yeah. Yeah, I agree. I mean,
Um,
I still think it, but like it's way better than
the cookie cutter, like
I said it already. At least she's saying her own thoughts. She wants to play like like you do need like if you want to have like a game where people actually try to make moves or flip or do anything, you need someone who takes some stuff personal to want to do something different, and she's one of them. So
yeah. Alright. Not much else. The scramble was kind of a wet fart. It was just kind of nothing really interesting there. Savannah was pushing a little bit for, Jason. Everybody else was kind of on Matt. I didn't really care either way. Tribal was a little spicy, though. Tribal was a little
you skipped over two quick things. One is very important. I'll save that for second because you'll like it because you're weird like that.
go ahead,
First off,
go ahead.
they
Good.
keep bringing up this war. This merge better be fucking awesome. If you're throwing out the word war, like it better be sick because they keep saying it's going to be a war, and I have
Yeah,
nothing to like nothing points that it's going to be like that.
and you have
And
Jeff
two,
on record saying we're just so good. Yeah, it better live up to what they're hyping up. Go ahead.
yeah, I would love to know the last time he didn't say that about a new era season where it's the best season they've ever had. And then 2, you missed a quote, paying homage to your girl, Avi Maria.
Did somebody say if you put my name down, you're dead to me? Oh, Nate. Are you talking about when Nate was like,
Yeah,
he said my name, he's dead to me.
Nate said my name, or Matt said my name, Matt's dead to me. Nate said that.
Dead to me. I was surprised to see Nate is a bit more of an emotional player this episode than I thought. Because that
Well,
really
yeah.
'cause I will say, later on at Tribal, I wasn't crazy about Nate, kinda kicking Matt when he was down, like, throwing that jab about when Matt's like, "I'm not gonna be the type of person that's gonna just throw Jason and Sophie under the bus," and Nate's like, "Yeah, you did it to me," and he's like, "Oh, what did I say?" And he goes, "You said anyone but me." That's not throwing them under the that's not
Wild,
throwing them under the bus.
wild stretch, but again, I
That
don't
was
mind
that
it.
was a that was a logic leap. That was a Savannah level logic leap.
Yeah, no, yeah, wild stretch for him to say that, but I don't mind it because it means like I don't know. It could be two things. It could be he's gonna play like he's gonna take some stuff personal, so he might switch things up, or he's gonna be super tied into his core four, and then that's gonna end up being boring. But regardless, I like seeing the emotion. And you missed the first part of Tribal. He basically walks in just middle fingers to Jason and Matt off the first question. You don't remember this?
Refresh me. I'm not gonna
He
lie.
so they sit down and Jeff asks him the first question and he's basically like, "Yeah, so where's things sitting at?" And he's like, "Yeah, so Sophie really ingratiated herself to us on the old red tribe and it kind of leaves Matt and Jason on the outs." And he's just
Oh, yeah. Actually
like
actually
he's just the first thing he says is Matt or Jason. He's just like
I
I was
actually loved
dying.
I loved Matt's response to that too, where Matt's like, "Well, I thought it was, myself, Jason, and Sophie on the bottom. I wasn't aware that apparently Sophie has been ingratiated and scooped up by the others. That's news to me." And meanwhile, in his head, he's probably like, "Shit, I was throwing Sophie's name, and then I was throwing Nate's name. Oh, shit." He probably realized it was all coming back to yeah,
Yeah,
that
he
was
just
Matt's
in that
Matt's a
moment, he
little
just pooped
spicier than
himself.
Nate's or not Matt, Nate's a little spicier than Nate Maria. Nate kinda came out with the claws this episode. He was,
Yeah,
I interpreted
I liked it. This is the first time where I'm way more high on the tribal and I guess scramble too than you were, but this is the first time I was like, okay, there actually might be some promise. Um, they're like, yeah, they're
yeah, direct
they blurred out multiple swear words during tribal. Um,
yeah,
It was yeah,
yeah,
like,
I
I was
noticed that
like,
too.
"Okay, so people care like, this is what I don't think they aren't showing people actually caring about the game. They're only showing people about, like, something that's outside the game that they can't control or that has happened to them. It's like, I wanna see people who wanna be there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 'cause the anger comes from, like, passion, which comes from caring. So, like, I was surprised Nate cared that much about his name being thrown out, but that's where in my understanding, that's where the anger came from.
Yeah,
So good for him caring about that.
yeah.
Um, could could Matt have done anything differently, in your opinion? What could Matt have
Yeah,
done to save himself this
play a
episode?
shot in the dark. D When Nate walks in and gives you the middle finger, you're like, "Oh, shit. I am voting for Jason." or I'm playing my shot in the dark.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
where his head was at, like, to still write down Nate in that moment. What were you hoping would happen? Like,
I
I
think
I I
other
don't
than,
I don't know.
I think he maybe could have survived if he pushed Jason, but his read on things were so wrong that he thought it was him, Jason, and Sophie on the outs. So
Yeah.
he was pushing Sophie, and then he threw Nate's name out. Yeah, I think other than, getting swapped other than a different swap, I think he maybe could have survived if he pushed Jason. Uh, would you ever give
Whoa,
him
okay,
that golden.
okay. Well, no, having
Oh,
that back, no. Um, damn, you really did not like this tribal. 'Cause I
oh,
thought
do you have
I
more?
thought I thought it was kind of funny where it's like the duality with Matt. He's like, or Nate. He's pissed that his name got thrown out while he's in a massive majority. It's like, bro, part of it is
I
I'm happy for, but at the same time, it's like, can we get some practicality here? Like, are you serious right now? I love the spiciness,
I
but I was just like, God damn, like you're gonna get one vote, like boo hoo, you're
I
getting
s
one vote, and you guys split the vote on the minority. Like, you're good.
yeah. Barring a shot in the dark and an idle play, like, you could not be safer. Like, it's yeah, he I mean, I said this last week when Savannah was getting mad about Sage. I just don't think it's ever a good look, or I just at least I personally don't like it, when somebody in the majority gets upset at somebody in the minority throwing a name out. You know what I mean? And we see it a lot. Uh,
Yeah. Especially
it
when you're the one, like, when you guys are provoking them to give you a name.
Yes,
It's like,
yes.
okay, someone talked to them to
Um
get a name, so they're gonna say one of our 4 probably, and then you get pissed about it. It's like, what did you expect to happen?
Yeah, part of me is a little, like, surprised that Nate reacted like that, but then I could see it the way you said it too. I'm like, "Okay, so he cares about the game a little more than I realized," so I'll give him kudos there, but it's never a good look. It always comes off, and I'm not saying Nate's entitled, but I think that always comes off really entitled when a majority person is, like, that pissy about somebody. "They said can't believe they said my name." What did you want them to do? They're scrambling and
Yeah.
they're fighting to stay in the game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're doing exactly what you would do, which is what pissed me off about the Savannah, like, being pissed that Jason even talked about playing a shot in the dark. Like, you would do the same shit.
yeah, 100%, 100%.
What
Did you
did
have
you
anything
think?
else for tribal?
Yeah, I mean, these guys, like, the hypocrisy at this tribal, I thought was insane. They start calling out, I think this one was Rizzo. He's like, these guys, like, they're like, oh, we need to focus on the present, not worry about the past. They're worried about playing with the yellow tribe. We're in a new family. Bitch, you're doing the same shit. You want to only work with
I thought
this wasn't towards a girl, so chill out. Um,
I don't condone that.
you only want to work with red. And the point was, you haven't even voted with those guys, and
You
you're
gave me
worried
your
about that.
trust. Okay, that's what I was gonna say. I thought you were gonna say that wrong.
You haven't voted either. What is this, like, logic loop, weird, non-make sensical argument you're making? It's just like, what are we talking about?
No, I rewound that to see if I heard that right. He basically said, like, "Well, they can't fully be trusted because they've never even been to a tribal, therefore, their trust hasn't been tested yet." What tribal did you go to, RIZGOD, baby? Like, what the hell? Like,
I know.
yeah, that
Yeah, when I heard it, I was just like, what are we? I was like, it's like, what? I mean,
but
maybe a
bro,
little different because you told them you found the idol and shit, but still, like, you never voted with them.
that I'm telling you, that's what happens when you get into a comfortable majority. People start getting entitled, people start getting a little cocky, they start getting a little comfortable. We've seen it now with Savannah, Nate, and Rizzo all getting a little too big for their britches at different moments, not becoming. Who's the well, I'm having a brain fart. Who's the 4th in that majority?
Jawan.
Oh,
I
well,
mean, if I had to give you a ranking of who was it, Sophie is more in that majority than Jawan is.
yeah, I was gonna say, okay, yeah, Juwan's air quote "in it," but yeah, yeah. No wonder I couldn't remember the 4th.
he's never gonna be in that crew.
Yeah, no wonder I couldn't remember who the 4th was because he's not.
He's floating on the edges.
Okay, and then so then I guess I do have an example for him. Then his example of would be running right back to them, laughing about like, "Oh, Matt, guess what name Matt's pitching? Oh, he thinks I'm at the bottom. He thinks he can actually survive this round." Like, they're, getting a little big for their britches, I don't know.
Well, he even knew
Um,
last round when they were teasing that they might go to tribal, and he was talking to Sage that those 2 were on the bottom. Like
yeah, yeah.
this shouldn't be news to you.
who do you have at you said Christina for your golden goat, was that correct? You had that in the pod notes?
No,
That okay, that's who I would have given it to, but it's not my week. So who you giving it to?
I'm giving the golden goat to the one, the only, the queen of spice, Savannah.
Damn, you've done a come around 180 on her. That is crazy.
I didn't say that like I am a massive fan of her game or like or like the points she's making or anything like that. Uh I think she can be a good player, but I like what she's bringing to the season more so than definitely the other cast, her other castmates, and then also like she's not coming in with that like that new era naivety. Like, you know what I mean? Like she's actually
Yeah.
like she's bringing some
Man,
authenticity to it, which I can appreciate because I don't think people
you
do
like a
that.
little heat. You like someone bringing a little heat. You want people to bring the heat,
I
not them bring the
typically
smoke.
don't, honestly. I typically don't, but she's one of the only ones on there, if not the only one who's like who isn't like just put in like this cookie cutter character and like there to try and like have a good time and say I was on Survivor and yada yada yada. Like
Yeah.
she wants to play
Yeah.
hard. Do I agree with everything she says? No, but she's more of what I would rather see than everybody else. And so game wise, why giving her the golden goat? She got a new ally, potentially a new number one in Sophie this episode. She found that map for the idol and gave it to Rizgod, building more goodwill for her. And at the end, I don't know how much this plays into it, but like she was comforting Jason after and was like, you're good, like that. So like it just seemed like she has the most tight connections with everyone on that tribe.
Okay. Would you ever dine her? Would you take her on a little date? Would you ever slide in the DMs?
This is a PG podcast, and we're not gonna talk about. Oh, you trying to get me to have that Travis Kelsey moment? Hey, girl, I made you a friendship bracelet. You want that? You want
100%,
that
100.
friendship bracelet? Savannah, if you see
I
this,
was gonna gi
I got that friendship bracelet for you. I can send it
I was
via FedEx Express.
I was gonna give the bitter banana to Riz God, R-I-Z-G-O-D, baby, because for the first time, he actually
The
annoyed me this
bitter
episode. I
banana.
was yeah,
You
I
giving the
was really
bitter
high on
banana
him,
to
though.
Rizgod?
I
All right,
was gonna, 'cause
explain this logic leap to me.
don't steal my phrase, but because I really liked him the first 3 episodes, and this is the first episode he actually really kind of annoyed me this episode. I think he's overdoing the catchphrase thing. It's coming across
Yeah.
a little obnoxious. I didn't like that he didn't like them chanting and saying how corny that was, like, how corny or what did he
Oh,
say? Cringe,
him
how cringy.
specifically. dude.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, keep going. I won't interrupt you like
Well,
you do me.
I won't go on a well, do you have, like, 5 times now because I haven't been able to say it. I'm not even gonna go on a tangent because I said that's who I was gonna give it to. Was means past tense. I know English is your second language, but who I ended up giving it to be fair, was Jawan. I think Jawan at this point, even though he's in a majority, he just doesn't know his lefts from his rights, his up from his down. He could have really this was his chance to maybe really solidify something and make some moves, but he's so comfortable in his bad positioning that his stock to win is almost non-existent. Um, he's gotta make something happen. Otherwise, otherwise it's gotta go to Juwan. It would go to the other Sophie, but she doesn't like diet food, so it had to go to my boy Juwan. Who would you have given it to?
I actually did. I don't know if I would have given it to Riz guy, but I liked where you were going, and it definitely is more against the grain instead of just going like the generic, yeah, bottom feeder route like you went. So I can't give you props
Or
there.
like or like when you kept giving it to the person who got booted, like, which I have yet to do, yeah, or like that. No, yeah, I agree. Um, but Golden Goat, I would've given I thought that was a no-brainer. I thought you missed that one. I would've given that to Sophie 100p. But, hey, it's time my
No,
turn to
definitely not.
award it.
Definitely not. You wrong on
Let's
that.
go.
No, one quick thought on that because you're talking about it. Next episode, I mean, granted, some of it was I think you only gave that bitter banana to Jawan because you saw the preview for the next episode. But also speaking about what we were talking about earlier, next episode would be a perfect time for them to get rid of another red person. Like you do not get rid of another yellow person and tie and like so it'd be 4-2-6 if they go to tribal and get another yellow out. You do not want that. You do not want that.
Yeah, yeah, and
I
don't
think
ever
yeah.
assume my reason. reasoning or logic, because I didn't even watch the preview for next week. If you remember, I asked you earlier if maybe next week could be a merge, and you said no because of the preview. I didn't even watch that, so don't ever say
Dude, I
why.
don't know
Like
why
I,
you
I,
lie.
I hold this shit.
You lie pathologically, bro. Like you lie like a dog. You lie like
Are
a
you talking to
mattress.
yourself here? You talking to yourself? I did not see.
You lie like a mistress, bro.
No, no, you do. I did not see the preview. Nothing about Jawan in it would have made me give him the BB. You can actually see here in my notes. I literally have it. Bitter banana, Riz God. So switching to Jawan was actually a game time decision. Uh, let's see what some real
Yeah,
fans who would be a better
I do know that you could
co-host.
literally just go in there and retype two new notes because I've seen you typing on that thing like it's your job.
And I have not typed on it once since we've been live. I want to get your take on some of the popular fan thoughts. We take Ryan to the Twitter screeds. I hit him with 3, 4, 5 of some of the most popular comments of the episode. One of the most popular was that block stack challenge was so much more fun to watch than any puzzle. Really interesting to see how the tribes approached getting the last blocks to the top. So the fans, they liked the switch up from the puzzle, which is something we have been saying for not only this season, but multiple seasons now. Stop ending every damn thing on a puzzle.
Yeah, no, I agree. It was a good. I mean, I wasn't like a massive fan of it, but I did appreciate the half-hearted try that they threw into switching up the format of the challenges.
Someone said, Sage's edit is so bad that I'm convinced she must quit at some point during the season, and Probst is just getting his revenge with her edit. Because all I know about her
Ooh.
is that she's into peeing, pooping, and collecting blackheads in a jar.
I mean, that is I mean, that's pretty spot on. I mean, I don't think it can be said much better than that. That was a good one.
Let's do a
Well,
few more.
and she
This
got
I thought
left
was
at
interesting.
lunch table. And she got left at lunch tables a lot. Don't forget that.
And her friend stopped texting her back. Yeah, yeah. All of them,
Yeah.
coincidentally. Uh, okay, Matt was not the most swapped fucked player in the whole world, but he was still put in an insanely difficult position. I don't know if I agree with that because by saying that, you're kind of insinuating that he's one of the most swapped fucked players, right?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even say genuinely close. First one that came to mind was Tosh and Savage in Cambodia. Um, Not judging on outcome. I'm just talking about like going into it numbers
Yeah,
wise.
on paper. Yeah, I think he was in a tricky position, but how they phrase it, he was in an insanely difficult position because of that swap. I'm not sure if I
I
agree with
mean,
that,
I
but it got a
don't
lot of
I mean, I don't know. No, I mean, we talked about it before. It's kind of how New Era is set up. Like there's very little incentive to go to stray outside the lines because
yes.
like they merged at this point like the like last season or the season before they merged at 14 for God's sake. Like
Yeah.
season before that they merged at 13. So like there's like these people aren't like they're not like I need to make a move to get to the merge. Like they're like let's just get to the merge and then we can play.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he coulda gotten he wasn't in an impossible position. He coulda gotten himself out of
Yeah.
that hole if he navigated a little better. Alright, couple more. There is this lethal mother duo with lethal face cards. One of my favorite new duos of the new era slash all time, and it's a picture, I don't know if you can see, of Savannah and
Can we
Sophie. Would you
not
agree?
yeah, I know who it is. Can we like actually like before we start crowning, can we like actually see people play together? Not just like just for the record here, the same amount of screen time that these two had on camera was the same that she had with Rizzo. So how do we not know that they're super tight? Like
There
just
were there were no there were no less than 100 tweets calling them Parvati Amanda 2.0, or they're basically Parvati and Amanda. They're the same thing as Parvati and Amanda. Hey, welcome back, Parvati and Amanda. Thoughts on that comparison?
and no, I think it's stupid because also what made that like Harvey and Amanda weren't working on the same tribe together for a large part of that before they even got to merge. Like this is it's not even close to the same thing.
Yeah, people get real excited when they see two attractive women having a conversation in Survivor. You can bet your bottom dollar, the Twitter streets are ablaze whenever that happens. Um,
Insane. Insane.
like, by the way, when we saw them talking, it was in a montage of Sophie copying and pasting the same transcript to
E-
everybody on the tribe.
Yeah.
Gran
Literally copy and paste. Literally
Granted,
copy
this
and
one
paste.
we did see Savannah be like, "Yeah, we're attractive brunettes, we gotta work together." But We did not get a single confessional from either of them being like, "Hey, I wanna really lock it in with this person as my ride or die." We saw none of that, so I
That's a good point. Well, actually, yeah, there was no confessional of that. They just made the face noises. It's like, oh my god, if we both lived in the same city, we would totally do brunch.
alright, so nothing too exciting in the Twitter streets. It was pretty repetitive this week. Just lots of love for the new iconic duo of the new era of the mothers. But, if you let us know what you guys think. We actually have a new email. If you have any thoughts, comments, questions, concerns, complaints about Ryan, again, I do apologize. I know the complaints about Ryan have been coming in abundance. I'm only one man. I can only read them and respond one at a time. Send those to bitterjurypod@gmail.com. What else is on the horizon?
Um, but on the horizon, y'all. So we mentioned it before. Now we starting to have them come in. We named it now the bitter bag. So when you guys write in, we're gonna read them on the pod, do an episode, maybe like have an add on to reading the mail in reaction to that, and then we might come up with different topics to add on the back end just to mix up some of the content instead of just being the episode recaps. So let us know what your thoughts are. If you think it's a good idea, or if you want to ask us questions and get our opinions, let us know at the email Corey listed out for us or for you. Otherwise, y'all know what to do. Stay bitter.
Stay bitter.
Oh, we bicker and we laugh, we rant and we cheer. Breaking down tribal council, your boys are here. Corey and Ryan spilling tea, no denying. On the bitter jury, our opinions are flying.